Welcome back. In today's lecture series, we are discussing about crime beat. Till now, we have discussed about the definition of crime, importance of crime beat and types of crime beats. So, one of the other types of crime beat is property crime, which are the offences against property. These are crimes that do not necessarily involve harm to another person. Instead, they involve an interference with another person's right to use or enjoy their property, like burglary, vandalism, arson, robbery, trespassing and land grabbing. The other variety is of white collar crime. These crimes involve little or no violence. These are generally committed by individuals in positions of trust or authority, often for financial gain. These crimes usually take place in a business or professional setting and involve deceit, fraud or other illegal acts related to financial transactions or business operations. These include fraud, corruption, tax evasion, bribery and corruption, money laundering and insider trading. So, broadly, there are 7 categories of crime: offences against the human body, offences against property, offences related to public tranquility, offences related to documents, offences against women and children, offences related to elections and offences against state and terrorism. The new term which is now discussed widely is cybercrime or the digital crime. This refers to illegal activities that are committed using computers, digital devices or the internet. As technology has advanced, so too have the methods by which criminals exploit digital platforms for illegal gains. These include hacking, phishing, identity theft, cyberbullying, malware and virus, child exploitation, pornography, and maybe you can also add digital arrest. A hacker is a person who with computer and IT skills to gain unauthorized access to a computer system. A cracker is a hacker with criminal intent. In digital arrest scam, fraudsters impersonate law enforcement officials to deceive their victims. Prime Minister Modi has also issued a warning to the public regarding this scam, urging them to report any such incidents to the cyber helpline. Computer Emergency Response Team of India has also provided a list of methods by which these fraudsters carry out online scams, including the digital arrest scam. The 2016 Indian bank cyber heist. In 2016, hackers managed to steal about $81 million from Bangladesh Central Bank by breaching its systems and using the SWIFT network to transfer funds. Although this involved a foreign bank, a major portion of the stolen money was funneled through accounts in India. The case brought attention to vulnerabilities in the banking systems of various countries, including India. It was later revealed that the hackers had used sophisticated methods to bypass security measures and siphon off funds. The incident raised awareness in India about the need for stricter cyber security measures within its banking sector. What are the sources of a crime beat? These sources may be classified into 2 categories: official and unofficial sources. Official sources or primary sources include police sources, a press release given by the police or a press conference or a press briefing, PRO office, websites of the police department, police stations, police official sources, emergency dials and maybe sometimes fire brigades, etc. Judicial sources include judges, courts and court officials, advocates, court transcriptions, national and state commissions like women commissions, human rights commissions, planning commissions and election commissions. Then there are certain agencies which are special as far as crime beat is concerned. These agencies include National Crime Record Bureau, which is also called NCRB, CBI, which is Central Crime Bureau of India, NIA, National Investigative Agency, RAW, Research and Analysis Wing, Intelligence Bureau, which is IB, and NCTC, National Counter-Terrorism Center. Unofficial sources for or secondary sources would include victim, passers-by, eyewitness, accused, offender, police informers, other news organizations like newspapers, television, news channels, news websites, and social media. India's crime rate is documented extensively by NCRB. Media plays a crucial role in bringing these statistics to the public, often focusing on trends like increasing cybercrimes or declining conviction rates. For example, crimes against women have garnered significant attention, sparking movements like Me Too and Nirbhaya protests. According to the 2023 report titled Crime in India, a critical review of data collection and analysis published by the Observer Research Foundation, Delhi exceeds all the other cities that are studied in terms of crime rate at 183.6, which is 3.36 times the national average of 544 percentage. Jaipur, Indore, Kochi, Patna have the highest, have the next highest crime rates. Kolkata is considered to be the most peaceful city with a low crime rate of 78.9. Additionally, Chennai, Coimbatore, Surat, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Kanpur, Ghaziabad, Nagpur and Lucknow also have crime rates lower than the national cities average. The murder rate highest in Patna, followed by Lucknow, Indore, Ghaziabad, Mumbai, Kochi, which have less than one murder per lakh population. The rate of kidnapping and abduction was highest in Delhi, followed by Patna and Indore, Chennai, Coimbatore, Kochi. Kochi has the lowest rate of kidnapping and abduction per lakh population. The 19 cities recorded a higher kidnapping and abduction rate as a percentage of their population than the rest of the country is also higher. Crimes against women were the highest in Jaipur, then Delhi and then Lucknow. According to 2023 report, gender crimes increased by over 12.3% over 2021. A total of 48,755 cases were registered in 2020. This figure was 43,414 in 2021. Coimbatore, Chennai and Kolkata emerged as the most women-friendly cities. Delhi recorded most crimes against children, followed by Mumbai and Bengaluru, while Coimbatore, Patna and Kochi were at the bottom of the list. Now the question arises, what are the qualities of a good reporter? So the first very important thing is to develop sources in the law enforcement agencies. This is essential for crime reporters. Building trust with police officers and those associated with connected agencies can lead to exclusive information and insights into ongoing investigations. Crime reporters attend court proceedings to provide detailed coverage of trials and legal developments. They must understand legal procedures, terminology, and convey complex information to the public. Developing sources in the law enforcement agencies is essential for crime reporters. Building trust with police officers, detectives, and other officials can lead to exclusive information and insights into ongoing investigations. Crime reporters attend court proceedings to provide detailed coverage of trials and legal developments. They must understand legal procedures, terminology, and convey complex information to the public. Crime reporters are often the first on the scene to cover breaking news related to criminal activities. This requires quick thinking, effective communication skills, and the ability to provide accurate information in a timely manner. Some other qualities of a good crime reporter are knowledge of police functioning, good knowledge of relevant laws, news sense, writing skills, knowledge of court system, investigative ability, analytical ability, alertness and curiosity, fearlessness, self-discipline, forthrightness, presence of mind. Professional education should be either the person should be at least graduate, postgraduate, PG diploma in journalism and mass communication or any other formal degree. Diploma in law enhances the sustainability. Knowledge of the relevant languages. Crime reporter should always double check facts. This is again very important. Should avoid impartiality for sensitive matters. Must consider the impact of reporting on the society. Some keywords related to crime beat. These are again very important words that you must be aware of. One is trial, which is a legal process where the facts of a case are examined in court to determine guilt or innocence. Then there is a warrant, which is called a legal document issued by a judge or magistrate that authorizes police to make an arrest, search a property or seize evidence. Forensic, the application of scientific techniques such as DNA testing or fingerprint analysis to solve crimes. Then there is a cold case, which means an unsolved criminal case that remains open but has not been actively pursued for some time. The other word is probation, which is a court ordered period of supervision over an offender instead of or after serving jail time. Then prosecutor, a lawyer who represents the government in bringing criminal charges against a defendant. Defense attorney is a lawyer who defends accused in criminal proceedings. Felony, a serious crime typically punishable by imprisonment for more than 1 year or to death. There is something called the Miranda rights, the legal rights of an arrested person, including the right to remain silent and the right to an attorney. Fingerprinting is the process of obtaining and analyzing fingerprints to identify a suspect or link them to crime. Similarly, PIO, a person who provides information to the media on behalf of law enforcement or government agencies regarding cases. But when you cover crime, you have to be very careful on what you are saying, what you should not be saying, and you must also delve into some of the criminal cases that have happened in the past. This will all give you some sort of better understanding of what you are covering. Some of the words which I think are important for you to keep in mind is that crime as a trigger for viewer attention and TRP. TV channels and digital platforms often sensationalize certain aspects of crimes to maximize engagement. The public's interest is piqued by graphic details, dramatic reenactments and provocative headlines. The more sensational crime story, the more it drives discussions, debates and arguments on social media, which directly benefits media outlets that rely on high engagement metrics. But if you look at it clearly, some of the things are highly unethical in nature. Thus, it is very important for you to know the do's and don'ts. In the case of Nirbhaya rape and murder case in 2012, sensationalism played a significant role in keeping the public emotionally engaged. News channels aired dramatic narratives, live coverage of protests and interviews with victims' families. The story remained in the news cycle for weeks, with multiple news outlets profiting through increased viewership, advertising and public engagement. The news was not just about informing the public, but also creating a national conversation, keeping the ratings high. So, keeping public interest is very, very important. Then media outlets use media reporting, crime reporting to tap into specific demographics. Younger viewers may be drawn to high profile celebrity cases, while older audiences may focus more on political corruption or social justice related crimes. Advertisers pay a premium to target these demographics, knowing they are likely to be highly engaged with crime related stories. Then there is Sushant Singh Rajput case. The tragic death of Bollywood actor Sushant Singh Rajput generated massive media attention. While the cause of death was initially reported as suicide, the media shifted the focus to a larger conspiracy narrative, covering everything from the actor's personal life to alleged foul play in the industry. News outlets like some of the news outlets started over dramatizing the entire incident. While crime reporting can be financially lucrative, it also comes with ethical challenges. This is something very important. The drive for higher revenue through sensationalism often leads to the compromise of journalistic standards. Media houses sometimes sacrifice accuracy for speed, particularly in high profile cases. Sometimes this intrusion of privacy, the line between public interest and voyeurism can be blurred, especially in the cases of crimes involving vulnerable populations like sexual violence victims or uh, minors. Media houses sometimes face backlash for exposing victims' identities or sensationalizing their suffering for profit. Then there are legal repercussions. There is also the risk of legal action, as accurate for defamatory reporting can result in lawsuits. Media outlets can face defamation charges or be held liable for spreading false information, leading to financial losses and reputational damage. So, where are the guidelines for crime reporting? Herein, I would like to share with you something about Press Council of India, which is also called the PCI. It is a statutory body that aims to preserve freedom of press while maintaining high standards for news agencies, has set standard guidelines for public for reporting crimes that include caution when reporting sensitive information and avoiding the publication of defamatory material which can be problematic. So, this would include avoid defamation, do not publish anything that is defamatory or libelous against a person or organization unless there is a sufficient evidence to support it. Then avoid identify victims, do not publish the names, pictures or other details that could identify victims of rape, abduction, sexual assault or any other crime. Be cautious when reporting on a person's character, avoid publishing derogatory remarks about a person's character, especially if the person is deceased. Be cautious when making accusations, avoid making accusations about a person's character without proof of the facts. So, herein I would like to conclude the lecture with a couple of other important points. According to the Global Organized Crime Index, a tool to measure levels of organized crime in a country, India ranks 61st amongst 193 countries. Still, India must maintain a constant vigil to achieve and maintain a low level of crime across the country. Given the linkages between crime and poverty, unemployment and inequality, the country must focus on significantly curbing or eliminating such weaknesses in the domestic socio-economic profile. The media revolution, marked by the advent of television and digital platforms, has significantly altered crime reporting. Traditional newspapers are now complemented by real-time updates on news websites and social media. Mobile journalism and citizen reporting have democratized crime coverage. Advancements in technology have transformed crime reporting, providing new tools for journalists. Social media, live streaming and data analysis contribute to more comprehensive and real-time reporting. However, this rapid dissemination also brings challenges including misinformation and sensationalism. Crime reporting in India has come a long way, evolving alongside the nation's socio-political landscape. While it serves as a watchdog for the society, the media must balance public interest with ethical responsibilities. By maintaining integrity and avoiding sensationalism, crime reporting can be a powerful tool for justice and reform. It is a critical facet of journalism that involves covering criminal activities, law enforcement actions, legal proceedings, and their impact on the society. Crime reporting in India is a dynamic and profitable business strategically designed to tap into public's fascination with violence, scandal, and justice. From the constant coverage of celebrity deaths to the high emotional stakes involved in brutal criminal cases, commercial media outlets continue to profit from their ability to captivate audiences. However, this comes at a cost of ethical considerations and legal challenges. As the digital landscape evolves, the profitability of crime reporting will continue to grow. But so should the scrutiny placed on media outlets' practices in covering sensitive stories. I would also like to herein, while ending my lecture, show you some of the references that I have used for this lecture. This is a slide about some of the books which are based on crime reporting, and there is also a list of the reading material that you may access to while making your notes. So, in this lecture we have discussed about the history of crime beat, definition of crime beat, from ancient India to colonial India to the present state, how crime has evolved. We have also discussed about different agencies that deal with crime. Apart from this, we have discussed about the qualities of a reporter who wants to cover crime, and this includes being very sensitive to such cases of crime and knowing the rules and regulations. One must cover the crime with complete carefulness, because reporting crime is something which impacts the entire society. Thus, the coverage should be done very, very carefully. I hope you have liked this lecture and you will be able to delve more deeper into this beat, which is called the crime beat. Thank you very much.